I think it's time for good cop, bad cop. Shannon.
Nothing's
Thank you.
horny.
This is good cop, bad cop. Oh, you like cops?
No, absolutely not. But I like the siren.
Great stuff. Corinne, this is good cop, bad cop. We're going to ask you a series of questions. We're really going to come at you hard.
Okay.
I'm going to be, well, you'll figure out who's who.
Oh, boy.
Okay. First question, Corinne. This is an interrogation, so we're going to we're going to tighten it up a little bit. The free flow of the podcast is going to be a little bit constricted here, which is a word that Justin could probably look up.
Officer Vecchione,
I'm scared.
hit it.
A Thai soccer team is trapped in a well. Mm-hmm. Tell our listeners about a time you felt trapped.
They are untrapped as of this morning, just so you know.
Okay.
I'm excited. I was excited about it. A time that I felt trapped.
Did they get the coach too?
They said all 12 boys. I don't know if the coach was out.
Right.
But I saw on the news. A time that I felt trapped. I don't know. Anytime I'm in a relationship.
You feel trapped in a relationship all the time?
Yeah, I literally start to feel suffocated, like I can't breathe at the beginning of a relationship. Then I usually ease into it,
Right.
but I get very nervous, especially if the person likes me even a little bit more than I like them.
Can I go off book on this with a follow-up?
Sure.
What was the panic attack about this morning?
Oh, I didn't have a panic attack.
Okay.
I'm just having a full breakdown about my career in general.
I support you, and I think you answered that question
Oh,
very well.
thank you.
This is Officer Silver, by the way.
Officer Silver. Do you want to go next?
Sure. Corinne, I have a question for you. Police found 82 grams of drugs in a Wisconsin woman's vagina. We would like to know, how many grams of drugs can you fit in your vagina, and where are you from?
Okay, I'm like a nerd with drugs. Can you show me with your hands how big is a gram, and then I can give you a real answer.
I can absolutely show
Yeah.
you.
Justin's very good for that.
Like, if we poured water into this part of my hand, right here, let's just coat the top of my watch head. That's about with just a millimeter. That's about that.
That's 1 gram?
That's 1 gram.
82 seems like a lot. Maybe 35? I mean, a normal vagina is 5 inches deep.
Okay.
And I think mine's average.
Smaller than that.
No.
You could say it. You can be cocky on here. Go ahead.
I think it's the average. I mean, from the dicks that have gone in, I would measure.
So half the size of the Wisconsin woman's.
Yeah, it just feels a little deep.
Yeah.
And where are you from? Can I follow that up?
Yeah, I'm from Union, New Jersey.
Union, New Jersey. So I was wondering if it was like
Home
regional.
of the tight vaginas.
Yeah.
And
if it
Artie
was like
Lang.
Yeah. If it was like a regional thing, like Wisconsin vaginas are bigger because they're more farming.
They actually
You're
might
more of an
be.
urban. You have more of an urban vagina.
I have
tighter area. I'll go to the next one. The Guys We Fucked is your podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You have a podcast called The Guys We For our listeners.
I like that you added that to that. It sounds better though.
It's called Guys We Fucked.
It's Guys We Fucked, the anti-slut
Guys
shaming
We
podcast.
Fucked, the anti-slut shaming podcast. My question is this: what about the guys that you've spooned? What's the scoop on them?
I don't know if they've ever spooned anyone. And
You don't talk about
something.
them. You don't talk about them though.
I had a guy on who only ate me out, and then I made him order me Starbursts from the deli downstairs one time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did he make you? Did he eat you out to completion, or you were like, this is not bursting with fruit flavor, but these candies are.
Great.
No,
great
he
point.
ate
Justin.
me
Thank
out.
you.
I'm easy to make cum though.
Wow. And now I'm coming, so perfect.
No, I really like that. That's a valuable. That's a valuable interjection.
I'm having a great time when you.
No, we're really getting along.
I'm having a
in these
great time.
questions.
We're really getting along.
Justin,
yes.
go ahead.
Okay, Corinne, if you could fight crime with your vagina, how would you do it, and where would you tuck your cape so it was visible but not get in the way of justice?
Well, that's easy. I would tuck my cape in my butt because it would hold it, but it wouldn't get in the way of justice.
I never thought of going to the back door.
It grasps it. Well, if my vagina's out, I figured my butt would be out too if I'm fighting.
Yeah, but your vagina is
with
the
it.
source for fighting crime, so
Right.
you really need it to be at full power. You can't constrict it with the cape.
Right.
So that's a great.
Yeah.
What a sacrifice. Is there anything butt play where you enjoy it, or would you do it as a sacrifice for justice?
I mean, if this is a real question, like anal beads are good. Anal sex is not good.
Right. No, but beads are good.
Yeah, I mean, they're much smaller than a penis.
Right.
And they're also very smooth on the outside. And, dicks have different, I mean, not that they're not smooth.
Contours?
But different, yeah.
If they have HPV, they got all kinds of bumps and crevices.
Justin's
and
See, I didn't know
crannies.
that you could see
clean.
HPV.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Did you know that?
No, I did that. I know that some guys, it manifests itself in different ways. with
Cauliflower is an
bumps
image I
and
have
different
in my
swirls.
mind.
Oh, my God.
Swirls.
Jesus.
I wasn't.
Mike, next question.
Favorite sexual connection as it relates to the subway: catching the D, catching it in the A, catching the D, and then the one. What do you choose?
Catching the D.
Catching the D.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a pretty straightforward one.
I like
Justin?
to drive the D if I'm a train.
Drive the D.
Conductor.
Drive
I
the
call
D
myself the conductor. I want to be called the conductor for the rest of the podcast.
Are the questions always this sexual, or is this just special for
No,
me?
it is special for you.
for you. We
It's
made
special
this
for
shit.
you. We
Perfect.
designed this for you.
Oh, thanks so much.
My question. Is it my turn, Michael?
Yeah,
Thanks,
please
Officer
go.
Vecchione. Corinne, answer this question, please. What's your favorite STD, and what STD would be the best pizza topping?
What's my favorite ST? I mean, I guess. I think chlamydia seems like the funnest, just based on the name, and also if you catch it early, you can with a pillar or pillar 3. It's
Sounds like a
gone.
sassy Latin chick you'd want to hang out with. Am I
Chlamydia.
right?
Chlamydia.
We like
And
that
then what was-
fun. We like that fun.
What was the second part?
And what STD would make the best pizza topping? That's the listeners one.
Gonorrhea, because it ends in an A. And I could hear like an Italian like gonorrhea.
That's a great pull.
Fucking
Gonorrhea
great
pizzeria.
answers.
Yeah, I like
Gonorrhea
it. You want a little
pizzeria.
gonorrhea?
It
That's
sounds
good. That's fun.
It does sound Italian.
Yeah.
Officer Vecchione, back to you.
Have you ever faked a pregnancy? And if so, when did you abort the act? Because you're a great actress, so I imagine. Look, if we were together and you faked a pregnancy, I could tell by your acting skills. I'm hook, line, and sinker.
I've never faked a pregnancy because that's probably one of my biggest fears, as far as like low level fears.
Never having kids?
No.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, as of now, no. But I mean, it's been no for 32 years.
Right.
So
I'm STI free. I just want to point that out.
yeah, I saw the paperwork.
Gotcha.
He's got the paperwork on it. Justin?
Corinne, let me ask you a question here. What do you yell right before you come, but also in traffic? And can you please yell it at our listeners?
I don't yell anything in traffic. I haven't driven since I was like 17.
Any frustrating situation? Any frustrating
Oh
situation?
yeah, fuck. Yeah,
Okay.
so be like,
Perfect.
fuck. I mean, I'm not reenacting an orgasm.
Our
This
listeners
is too much.
have their penises out right now. I guarantee it. Our listeners.
But if they're over 5 inches, not good for Corinne. Just want to let that know. Bring your beads.
That's every woman's vagina, but women it just is not going to be fully immersed in the vagina.
And I've dated some real tunnels, as you call them.
Corinne, eye
Or maybe your
contact.
dick's not as big as you think.
Eye contact with me on this one.
That
Yes.
hurt my feelings.
Your safety word. Use it in a sentence.
I don't have a safety word. I don't believe in them. It's like a safe space. I'm not into anything that's so kinky that you would need to yell. I just say, stop, get the fuck off me.
Get the fuck off me.
That's a good one.
And for Justin, that's like, keep coming and more. Choke me harder. That's what he hears.
Uh-huh.
I think it's more of a shock collar thing in that situation.
All right, I usually take my foot and like kick someone. You can kick their chest up.
Right.
If they're on top of you.
You get aggressive.
I've done that.
But what if they think that's just part of it? It's like, oh, she's wily.
I mean, you can tell the difference between my acting and my...
I think you're a fucking great actor. I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit.
Fantastic.
Justin?
Back to me. Corinne, can I ask you a question? If your sexuality was an emoji, what would it be? And what other emoji would it have intercourse with?
Oh my God, my sexuality. I don't know. I feel like my signature is just a black heart, but that's less sexuality and more like my personality.
More your emotionality.
Right.
Your sensuality.
Probably like the coffin, maybe, because it's like goth and kind of weird, but it's still only room for one person in it.
Gotcha.
And then it would have sex with the knife, I guess.
These are great answers.
Thanks.
I love having you here. Shannon, don't you love having Corinne here?
I don't.
Yes.
Thank
I feel like you're just trying to convince everyone.
No, I think we're all very happy today.
Corinne, back to me.
Yes.
It's warm outside.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree on that. Identify your favorite part of your own vagina and then compare your vagina to something related to summer.
Oh God, this is okay.
I'm giving you an example. It's like a watermelon, wet, juicy. Black guys can't get enough of it.
Right. Okay. That sounds good. No one's gonna blog about that. This is I have a meaty vagina, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of stigma against that. So I like to
Right.
talk openly. Like if I was running for Miss America,
From what? From
this would
what
be my
forms?
platform. Well, I mean, there's like vaginoplasty. Like Dane
Okay.
Cook even has a bit about like beef curtains and stuff. And like if
Right.
you remember on the Hills or possibly Laguna Beach, they used to make fun of Lauren Conrad for having like apparently a beefy vagina, but a lot of people have it.
Right.
And it's also very sensitive, that area. So it's if you got it removed, you would be actually hurting your own pleasure. I love it. Never gotten any complaints about it.
Great.
So
More cushion for the pushing.
I love it, and you never got, and it's also symmetrical. So I do like that, the OCD. And what does it remind you of summer? I don't know, like a beach blanket.
If it's very wet, like slip and slide.
Oh, well, that's like a children's. That's fun.
Right, but guys can also have fun in it also. I think.
Perfect.
Okay.
Crocodile Mile.
I mean, that's the end of our interrogation. Do we need the siren to take us out, Shannon? I think that would be good. We're still working on this segment.
Great job, Shannon.
Thank you, Shannon.
Shannon, that was great.
And Corinne, that was great. You really held up under pressure.
Oh, thank you.